Yep, I've done it before and I'm about to do it again. In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what the 75 Hard Challenge is, why I did it in the first place, how I did it without having to restart, why I'm doing it again, and how you could do the exact same thing. Let's dive into it. Alright, so the 75 Hard Challenge. You may or may not have heard of it before. It's been around for maybe 2 or 3 years. It was started by this man named Andy Frisella. He's the owner and founder of First Form. But I'm just going to get really into the rules of it. I'm going to lay them out for you really quickly, and then we're going to get into basically why I started it in the first place. So, 75 Hard Challenge. This is a challenge for somebody that's maybe feeling a lot of self-doubt. Maybe, you're just not hitting on all cylinders right now in your life. You need a new challenge. Maybe this is for somebody that's actually really driven like myself that just needs another challenge, that they're looking for another challenge to focus on and create more purpose in their life. So with the 75 Hard Challenge, this is not easy. Like I said, I've done it before. I'm going to do it again right now, starting tomorrow actually. But with the rules, just going to lay them out here for you. The first rule is sticking to a diet and no cheating at all. So you can't have that cheat meal on the weekend. Now the diet is up to you. The diet is something that you know you should be doing. You know you should be sticking to. I can help you out with that diet if you just comment below. I can help you maybe put together a diet. But when it comes to the diet, it cannot be one of those macro diets where you're only looking for let's say, or a calorie diet where you're only looking for a certain amount of calories and you can eat those calories however you want, where you can eat pizza and everything as long as it fits into that calorie window. That's not this challenge at all. Your challenge is eating steak, chicken, rice, sweet potatoes, eggs, anything that you know that you should be eating, all healthy foods. You cannot cheat on that diet whatsoever. So that's up to you. You got to find that diet. You can find many different ones online, but like I said, I could help you put together a diet based on who you are and what your goals pretty much are, and also like your weight and characteristics and everything that goes into who you are. You could kind of really tailor a diet to that. So that's the first rule. Second rule is no alcohol. Now this could be very challenging for a lot of people. This was at first for me. I'll get into that soon, but the no alcohol 75 days, does not matter what you have planned coming up in the next couple of weekends, whatever vacations, you cannot drink an ounce of alcohol. The third is 1 gallon of water per day. Now this could be tough for a lot of people. You're going to be running back and forth to the bathroom. I can only imagine how hard that is for a lot of people, but it's something that you got to get used to. You should be consuming 1 gallon of water per day anyway. But again, like I said, this is something that you got to get used to, and it's something you got to do. It's a rule. And by the way, this challenge, you cannot bend or break or any of these rules. You can't subtract, you can't add. Me personally, I'm going to be adding my own elements to it when it comes to my profession as a trader, like backtesting, like journaling, like doing certain things that I need to be doing throughout the day. I'll just be adding to it, but I am going to be sticking to all these rules moving forward like I did the last time. So the fourth rule is going to be 2 workouts per day, 45 minutes each. One of them has to be outdoors, no matter what the weather is, other than thunder and lightning. Obviously, you're going to stay inside for that. You don't want to be, don't go crazy with this. I didn't have that issue with mine. I did go out in the rain. I have done runs in the rain, but thunder and lightning, I didn't really have that issue, so I got lucky, I guess. So I don't really know what you would do in that situation, but you got to figure it out. Fifth rule. 10 pages of a nonfiction book. Could be a business book, could be a biography, could be pretty much anything that's not a Harry Potter book, if you will. So I recommend reading any kind of finance book, business book, self-improvement book, any of that stuff. Get the most out of your time. 10 pages a day, that's not hard. Last one is going to be take a progress pic every single day. Have an album in your phone so that you know how much better you're getting every single day. Now, me personally, You probably only need one picture every single week. And what I like to do if I'm ever on a diet is I take one per week, one every single Sunday, and I like to compare that with the last picture that I took, and that's what gets me going throughout my diet and my workouts and all that stuff. That's chasing that next picture that I want to look a lot better in. It's even more important for me than the scale, if you will. So when it comes to why I started it, I could go on and on about this, but this was around the beginning of COVID. I wasn't really happy with the way I was spending my time. This is very in the beginning. Everything is serious. Everyone's scared to death. Nobody really knows what it is, at least in the beginning. But with this, me and my wife, my fiance at the time, we were at home, not doing much. We're going to the grocery store with a mask on. You got the gloves on. You're wiping down your groceries. It was crazy in the beginning. But what we were doing was we would get like these boxes of alcohol, either trying new beers, wines, whatever the case may be. We were just drinking a lot casually. Typically, we don't do that. My philosophy, I guess you could say, is I never really understood why people would go to work all day and then come home and have a beer, lay on the couch, watch sports or whatever, and just drink a beer or two, like consuming their calories with beer. For me, if I'm going to drink, it's more of a social setting, and I'm drinking to get a buzz. I'm drinking to go out and enjoy myself and have fun with family. And for some reason during COVID, it was great because we were able to spend a lot of time together, but at the same time, we're just like drinking every day. And it just came to like one day, we're like, what are we doing? Why are we drinking so much? Why aren't we making the most out of this time? Now, don't get me wrong, it was fun. The eating, the drinking, and just watching movies together, enjoying our time together, going on walks, all that, bike rides, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I was not happy with the way I was drinking and eating, right? I started feeling like I was out of shape. I was getting out of shape. I felt the energy drop in me naturally after just a couple of weeks of doing this. And it's actually a proven fact that if you're not eating the way you should be, you're eating these processed foods and all that stuff, that is going to affect your energy. It's going to affect your body levels in so many different ways. So that's what I was starting to feel. And obviously, naturally, if your fitness starts to go, your mental starts to go as well. Your self-confidence starts to go. So that's what I was starting to feel. And that's what we were like, we're just done with this, right? So literally, just a few days later, I think what I was doing was I was just scrolling on Instagram, and I saw a buddy of mine that I knew that just completed the 75 hard. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know if that's where I first heard about the 75 hard, or I knew about it and I just, saw what he was doing and how he was completing it. And I was reading through the caption, and one thing that he said was that he only had to restart the challenge once. Now, keep in mind, with this challenge, you guys could go through 50 days of completing this challenge, completing every single task. One day can screw everything up. You got to restart to the beginning, right? And only you know if this is true or not. So, if you don't restart, it's true, it's false, whatever you want to say, and you're not going to be able to live with it yourself. You're not going to get the true benefits from this. So, after reading that caption, I'm like, just being the competitive person I am, I guess you could say, I was like, I'm doing this, and I'm not going to restart once. That was my big thing. It's just not having to restart at all. Now, the way I did this is your mind has to be bulletproof, right? You cannot let any negative talk get into your mind when you're doing something like this. If your mind is not bulletproof, you need to do certain things to get your mind bulletproof. You need to meditate. You need to do any kind of gratefulness routine in the morning. You need to have that positive self-talk every single day. And if it's not like that, like I said, comment below. I can help you with something like that. But you got to create that morning routine to prime yourself for the rest of your day. But like I said, you want to make sure that your mind is bulletproof. Now, me, personally, I'm more of an optimistic person. I'm more of a upbeat, driven person. So looking at that caption and reading through that caption, I basically decided that I was going to do this as soon as I was done reading that caption. I knew, scrolling through his photos and then reading that caption, I was like, I'm doing this. Now, naturally, I wanted to prove to myself, and also being more of a competitive person, to be honest with you, I was reading that and I was like, I want to beat him. I want to get that thing done. I want to get this challenge done. But at the same time, I do not want to have to restart like he did. Now, again, I'm not going to mention any names, but this is a friend of mine that I saw do it, so don't ask me who it was. Now, another thing that I did was I basically put my back against the wall. I remember doing that first workout of the challenge. It was literally that day, and through the entire workout, I was telling myself that I am absolutely nothing unless I get this thing done. This is my last chance to prove to myself that I can stick to my word and I can actually get a task done that I told myself I'm going to get done. And once you get this done, builds a lot of self-confidence, the most you could probably ever have. So again, like at that time, my self-confidence was starting to drop because of the drinking, because of the no working out, or kind of just hanging around, lounging around. I needed to get my self-confidence exactly where I wanted it to be. So that's why I started doing this. Now, another way that I got through this was I did not take that victim mentality. I did not take that victim mindset. There's so many different ways or so many different people that have had to go through much worse than me that have completed this challenge. If you actually listen to the Andy Frisella podcast about this, he talks about a pregnant woman that got done with this challenge 2 days before giving birth. So if you just think about that, this thing is easy. Right? Stop telling yourself that things are hard or you have it harder than others, and that's not going to do anything for you. So make sure that you keep your mind straight, you keep your eyes on the prize, and you actually get this thing done and tell yourself that you're going to get it done no matter what. So for my workouts, I would basically do 2 workouts outside just because it was during COVID. Gyms were closed. This is, the first few months of COVID, like I said. And the first one would be a bike ride for about an hour all throughout the neighboring towns that I live in. I would start in Long Branch, go through Oceanport, I'd go through Rumson, I'd come down through Seabright, and then I would finish off in Monmouth Beach and then into Long Branch as well. So I'd finish off in Long Branch where my town was. And this is in Monmouth County, New Jersey, if you're not familiar with the area. It was about 12 and a half miles. It took about an hour, like I said. And I did this every day, right? Me and my wife, we started going on long hikes as well. And the funny thing is, the other workout I would do was just basically lifting anything in my house, right? I would lift stools, I would lift chairs, I would, do my deck of cards. I would do everything that I possibly could in the house. I didn't even have a dumbbell set yet, which I have now. Now, the one issue I would say that I had, especially in the beginning, was the drinking. And I could imagine for most people, it's the only drug that's almost like unacceptable if you don't do in the world. And it's such a, how can I say this? It's a shame that it's so acceptable in society to be drinking. And I love to drink. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a fun thing to do. It's a nice social setting. I'm a pretty big heavyweight for some reason. It takes me a while to get drunk. But that could be good and bad. But anyway, the drinking in the beginning was the difficult part just because of, again, the social setting. It wasn't hard to cut it out from what we were doing where we were drinking at home and everything, because all we had to do was just stop buying it. So once we were done with that alcohol, we were done. Or once I started the challenge, I was just done drinking from that point on. But about 2 or 3 weeks in, two friends of mine, we went on a kayaking trip, which was actually another one of those outdoor workouts that I did a few times. I would go from Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, all the way to Sandy Hook and back, the tip of Sandy Hook and then back, which was, I don't know how long that was, but it was grueling, and if you're going against wind, it was not fun. When the tide was very rough, when the water was rough and you're going against wind, it's not easy at all. So great back workout, great arm workout, great ab workout as well. But I just remember going with 2 of my friends, and they brought beers, they brought some alcohol, and we they're obviously trying to get me to drink. They know I'm doing the challenge. This is when I first started, and I'm just standing my ground. I'm like, no, I'm not drinking. I don't need to be doing this. I'm sticking to this challenge, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. And it was hard, but at the end of that, I remember feeling extremely proud of myself. And then after that, it just got a lot easier. It got a lot easier to watch other people drink, to watch other people get drunk, and then not have a sip of alcohol. It started to feel great. And I even remember getting to the point where I was thinking about not drinking ever again, just because it felt so great to be in control during those times when other people are drinking beers and stuff like that. You're sitting back with a seltzer, with a water, and you're content not drinking. So it's a great feeling. It's an amazing feeling, and I promise you, once you get through those first couple weeks or those few first social events, it's going to get a lot easier for you. So why am I doing this again? Why am I diving into the 75 hard again? I would say that there's multiple reasons. One of them is kind of funny. I just got off of a cruise, and you tend to indulge on a cruise. You like to eat in the buffet. You're eating late at night. We bought the alcohol package, so we're able to drink throughout the entire day. You're day drinking. You just feel gross at the end of something like that. It was a great time, but it's time to dive back in. And the other thing is, and I want you guys to think about this for a second, and it's a very important question that you should be asking yourself every single day. Do you have more potential than you're using right now? Ask yourself, think about that for a second. Do you have more potential than you're using right now? And honestly, I think I have more potential than I'm using right now. And that's why I'm diving into this. And I highly, highly, highly recommend each and every single one of you watching this video to do the exact same thing, because you will feel like a superhuman. You will feel amazing. Either in the beginning, when you're really starting to catch your stride, you'll feel like an amazing person in the middle of it, and then especially at the end when you complete something like this. Now, there's multiple phases to it too that I have not completed on my own, but I do plan on doing it. We'll see, but I want to get through the first phase of this again. I'm striving to set an example for other people as well through recording these videos and tracking my progress, tracking everything that I'm thinking. I'm going to be doing like a series on this, so I hope you guys tune into that as well to see what I'm kind of going through with each kind of struggle that I may face throughout the 75 days. I could be struggling with my diet. I could be struggling with trying to get that monotonous 1 gallon in every single day, the 2 workouts in every single day. Maybe I'll be busy and it's tough to get those in, and I got to do it anyway. The diet, everything, the alcohol in social settings, all those things I'm going to be documenting either on Instagram or recording more long form videos like this or YouTube shorts, whatever the case may be. I'll be documenting that for you to help you guys out as much as you possibly can. I run a mentorship group. I teach other people how to get more out of themselves, and this is just me leading by example and showing them what it really takes to be the best version of yourself every single day. And this is one of the best ways to do it, is doing an incredible challenge like this. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys like this. I hope you subscribe. I hope you comment down below if you guys have done this before or if you plan on doing it. Please let me know down below. You can always reach me at StefanosFX on Instagram. And then also I'm going to leave my website down below. You can go to book a Zoom on my website and book a free Zoom completely for free. We could hop on for half an hour to an hour. We could dive into your goals, who you're trying to be, what you're trying to do, and I can help you step by step. We could put together a plan to get you on that track, to get you where you guys need to be or exactly where you want to be as a person, either income-wise, mental-wise, like where you're thinking the right way every single day, your fitness, everything. I want to get you guys cranking on all cylinders. So, like I said, if you could please like, subscribe, and comment down below, it would mean a lot. It helps the algorithm. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope to see you in the next one.